Good morning! The one time I want to record is when it says red is by. Hey guys, what's up? Karibuni tena sana to my YouTube channel. It's Miss Steph. If you're new here, welcome to the family and thank you so much for joining me. So for today, as you can see from the title of this video, I'm just gonna be telling you guys the tea. I'm gonna be telling you guys why exactly I took a break. First of all, guys, thank you so much. We are almost at 500 subs. Karibuni, everybody who's new here. We're also having a new backdrop thingy. This is leveling up. Period. So for today's look, we're going to be using the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. Honestly, I am in love with this palette, guys. It has so many matte colors. I don't even know if you guys can see, but these colors are bomb. So today I'm thinking of blues and pinks. I'm gonna start telling you guys the story after we're done with the eyes. So we're gonna start with this nice dark shade of blue, and we're just gonna pack that onto the crease. And the reason why I really like this palette is because pigment, honey, pigment. Like, you don't even have to keep dipping your brush so many times just to get that color to pop. So next we're just gonna take this really beautiful baby blue, and we're just gonna blend that out. Okay, so now that that's blended in, I don't even know if you guys can see it very well, but it's blended in quite well. And that's why another thing I like this palette. The good thing is the colors, like the way they have arranged the colors, is like different shades of purples, different shades of blues, pinks, yellows, like that. So it's very easy for you to know what color would blend well with what. And yes, the next thing, we're gonna be cutting the crease, and we cut my crease using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn and a nice flat-headed brush. So we're gonna use a flat-headed brush, and we're gonna pack this pretty pink shade. So using the dark blue, the really nice dark blue that we started off using in the beginning, we're just gonna use that to blend out. So now that that's been blended in, we're gonna cut another crease, and I just hope this thing looks good. So we're just gonna cut a liner, we're just gonna cut a liner crease, and we are gonna be using a nice really sharp-edged brush. We're gonna be using this brush. Okay guys, so I went and cut off the liner using concealer, and I did it off camera because I wasn't too sure how it was gonna turn out, but it actually turned out quite fine. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pack the blue and the pink on the liner that we've just created. So yeah, that's done, and now I'm going to go and add some glitter pigments. Okay guys, so the eyes are done. I don't know if you guys can be able to see the silver, the silver in the corner of my eye, and the blue glitter, added blue glitter. So yeah, that's it for the eye look. Now let's get to the story, let's get to the tea. I'm gonna be priming my face using the LA Girl Pro Prep HD High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. This primer it's bomb. I really like this primer. For those of you who may not know, or for those of you who are new to this channel and probably haven't watched like my other videos, I go to USIU and I'm a journalism student, and I'm concentrating in broadcast. Now, you know, there's this stereotype people usually have of USIU, actually, Maisha London, Maisha Raha, you know, we don't have shit to do, we're always just drinking and going out. At the beginning of this semester, I took Chinese, theories of mass communication, writing for broadcast, introduction to print techniques and technologies. Why I took a break is because of two actually of those units that it reached a point where they were becoming a bit overwhelming, and it was a bit hard to balance. Let me tell you, USIU is not all fun and games, especially it's not Maisha London. So I'm going to be going in with my Milani foundation, 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade Chestnut. So for my Chinese class, it was actually really nice. My Chinese class, we always used to do fun stuff. We used to sing, we used to cook. For my Chinese class, we painted, we did paper cutting, paper folding. It was a really nice unit, if I'm being honest. Although it reached a point where we used to do group work, guys, and let me tell you, I could literally just breathe, and the lecturer would be like, yes, somebody has something to say, and I used to be like, no, I don't. She was very picky. Like, she used to pick on me a lot, and I literally could have done nothing. I'm just gonna blend that foundation in using my blender. My other class, my theories of mass communication class, guys, do you have those classes where the vibe is cool, you know, everyone is just nice, the lecturer is bomb, like it's those lecturers that don't even have mambo nyingi, you get? But then those are those classes muna chekanga to watch an exam if we can. Hey! That is God! I don't know if you guys have those classes where it's all fun and games until the exam comes and you look at the paper and you're just like, Jesus, if now is the time you want to take me. So yeah, we're just gonna blend in that foundation. But I really liked that lecturer. And then that class, guys, that class is the class where people used to dress up for presentation, especially this one group. The girls were in heels, and then funny enough, all of them wore white blouses and white shirts. And then when you ask them, they're like,
imagine this was not even planned. Imagine it was a coincidence.
What's this? So next, I'm going to be going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealers in the shade Fawn and Dark Cocoa. So that was my theories of mass communication class. Now my other class was writing for broadcast, and broadcast is what I'm concentrating on. Now this class, I really liked the vibe. Like, it was a very fun class. Like, even the people in it, you know, the lecturer was also a really nice person. The exams and the projects we were doing were good until the last project, guys. So the last project, I remember, it was there were 2 questions. So the first one is you're supposed to write an anti-pickpocketing invention. And I remember the first time I was reading that question, I was like, you know what? There's nothing I'm gonna create here. Create something, you're gonna see somebody else already created it. But yeah, that was the first question. Create an anti-pickpocketing invention, and then you're supposed to write a TV advert script for it. You're supposed to name your invention and give it attributes. Now question 2 is where that's the tea. Question 2 was the tea, because it was asking us to create a radio feature story on a topic, youth and future contraceptives. Okay, so you're supposed to create the feature story, and then the part that was, you know, creating a story doesn't, you know, it's not as hard. But when he says he wants the inserts, so you're supposed to, like, when you hand in your project, once you've written your script, you must have the inserts. Like, inserts is now where we have like clips of people talking and stuff. So at some point you have to go out to the field and get out your information. Now that's the two, because first of all, we are in a very African, you know, setting, and sex is definitely almost a topic of, it's a taboo topic. People don't necessarily talk about it out in the open. So now you can imagine you have to go and start asking people about P2 and shit. Sis, that's why you go wrong. People were very shy about it, but you know, I wouldn't even blame them, because it's not every day you can walk up to somebody and be like, hi, do you take P2? Do you have an effect? You get, like, it's not the norm. Like, it's definitely not the norm. So yeah, it did take me a while to find people who actually wanted to talk about like P2, the use, the effects and stuff. So I remember for once I had to go to a chemist and to get, like, you know, more info about how the youth take P2 and stuff. So I went to here Risa, and guys, I walked to 6 chemists, and literally every time when I was asking them questions, then I tell them, okay, now we're gonna start recording. They're like, apana, mimi sitaki kuingia shida. I even told them my blood school ID. I don't know who they thought I was. Maybe they thought I was sent by Sijui who to ask them questions. But anyway, so I walked to, now the 6th one is the one who was like, it's I, you know, because I genuinely told her, I'm mad serious. This is just for my school project. Okay, I just need to record you speaking, and it's not even like face, it's just audio. And she was like, yeah, it's right. So I started asking her about P2 and stuff, and then when I asked her how many packets they sell in a week, she told me in a week would be too much. So would it be better if she told me in a day? And I was like, it's fine, it's cool. And guys, she told me 15 to 20 packets of bloody P2 daily. I was just like, you know, that's only one chemist in somewhere, and somebody's like bloody huge. You do what you gotta do, yes, but you know, be safe. Now this is where the main story comes in, guys. So for this print class, you know those classes where you ask your friends who've done it before, and they tell you that class is not jokes. The lecturers who teach that unit, they're not the most friendliest. So I remember when I went for this print class, first of all, the class was the last, it was like in the last building, the farthest building the last class. The class was just really far. The lecturer was always so, that man, bless his soul, because I'm trying to get a good grade if he's watching this. But you know, it was just, I remember the first class. The first class is when he told us that we're supposed to create a magazine. That was our project, creating a bloody magazine. Next we're going to be going in with my Maybelline Master Fix Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. So next we're going to be going in as my powder sets. We're going to be using the True Complexion Contour Palette. This is from Black Radiance Beauty in the shade Dark to Deep. We're going to be using the Sculpt, and we're just also going to be setting now my contour. So this class, as I said earlier, I never used to really like the vibe. The lecture was just, you know, everything, it used to get really frustrating if I'm being honest. So when we started learning, so the first 6 weeks we did theory. This is where we're learning about printing, where it comes from, the bloody history. Me, I hated history. Since high school, I never even picked history. Now from week 7 going up, we started learning about we started learning softwares. Now we started learning Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop. So we're learning 3 softwares in a very short period of time, and at the same time we're supposed to create a bloody magazine. It gives you long articles and it puts intentional mistakes, so you have to go through those mistakes and actually find them and correct them. So it wasn't, and not even the way he used to teach as if expecting you to already be knowing it. You get, like, you'd ask something, and you know, even the way he says it, it's like you already know it, and I'm just like,
no sir, I do not know it. I honestly do not know it. So yeah.
Next we are going to be using my Legal Pro Face HD High Definition Matte Pressed Powder just to set the rest of my face. So yeah, in short guys, we used to spend so much time in the labs, and honestly it used to get so frustrating because you'd work on something, you know, he used to check your progress on how well you're doing with the magazine, because you had to create your layout, you needed to come up with the design of how your overall magazine should look like, you know, themes, everything was just you. He just gives you the articles and that's it. So this man used to tell you he wants to check your progress, and honestly guys, you could have worked on something for so bloody long. Because I remember that this one time class, he came to class and was like, he wants to check our progress, and we're like, it's alright, he can check. The thing with this man is he's very, I know we should be open to criticism and stuff, but his was hardcore. His was just too, you had, you know, used to tell you something and you're like, where you guys, like, he was really tough when it came to criticism. So yeah, I remember when we were showing him our stuff, and then he'd genuinely go like, So you know, of course, when somebody does that, you just know guy ni kubaya. So when you just tell him, and yes, you just tell me what I've done wrong, and then he says it doesn't sit well with me. And I remember there was a time I was just like, I genuinely felt like telling him, guys,
have a seat, just come, sit down. It doesn't sit well with you, come sit down.
Like, what's that supposed to mean? And that's what used to piss a lot of people off, because the way at some point he used to be so vague, you know, and he's saying things as if you already know. Honestly guys, somebody's telling you, and you know what's worse is that you're vague. You're not telling me what you want me to do, but you're the same person who's grading my paper. Make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. So yeah, I used to stay in school till like 9 p.m. trying to do that magazine, and honestly it used to be a very frustrating process. Like right now I'm making it sound like it was all fun and games, unicorns and roses, but it wasn't. It was really, for me it was a piece of shit. It was hell. So I never really liked that. I don't even think, even if I was paid, I don't even think I would want to go through that whole process. And that's why I genuinely needed to take time off, because it was very hard for me to be creating content. You know, I have to set aside time for editing, and at the same time I'm staying in school until 9 p.m. creating a bloody magazine. It was a bit much. It was, you know, it was a bit much. So yeah. So I remember now the drama for me happened when it came to printing my magazine. So I finished my magazine like a week in advance because I still had other exams to do, and I still had my other project that I told you guys about done for the youth NP2. So I still had to do all those things. So that's why I felt like I needed to finish my magazine early. So now I went to this printing place in town. Yeah, I had already sent them the PDF version. So they were just supposed to print, and I was just supposed to come and pick. That's where you go wrong, guys, because when I reached there, what? Like, humans can be literally disappointing, very, very disappointing. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the, yeah, there's no shade for this. It's just, I don't even think, yeah. So I went to town, I remember, and I was apparently supposed to pick my magazine. So in my head, I'm like, I'm going to do this, then I go shower, and then I go to town, I pick my magazine, and I come back home. Because genuinely, if there's somebody who hates town, it's me. And it's not even at Maringo or anything, but I genuinely just don't like going to town. That's it. And no, you see, now me personally, I didn't have that money to go to Sijui Chapakopi and Sijui have my magazine printed for I don't know how many thousands. Guys, I went to uko ndani, uko Koja, uko downtown. That's another thing. Some people usually assume, you know, I'm very Barbie and I don't. So remember, I went and they were supposed to print my magazine and stuff, but they hadn't printed, and they were like, there's some minor corrections you have to make. So I had told this guy who was printing that if there are any corrections to be made, he should probably be having InDesign, because the file is InDesign. You know, you can't edit a format that's in, you can't edit a file that's in PDF format. So I was like, if there's any thing that I have to change, it has to be in InDesign format. So you genuinely have to have InDesign. So this guy was like, yeah, we have InDesign in uni. But when I got to town, guys, this guy tells me who formatted the computer, so now they don't have InDesign. So I'm like, how the bloody hell do you expect me to edit this thing? You get how? So I remember I had gone there with like 2 of my friends there, and we stayed there from like 12 to 3, and nothing had happened. No, it was actually 12 to 3. So now at 3 is when we are realizing that this guy doesn't have Adobe InDesign, then we can't edit our things. So it was either one thing: we either go back to school or we have my laptop sent, because I personally had the crack version of InDesign. Another problem was I needed somebody to send it to me. So the only person who I could was my mom. She was able to send an Uber guy with my laptop. And honestly, we were getting so impatient because of time. I was calling this Uber person, and he was telling me, I'm here and Koja on the board. And I was asking him, what's your number plate? What lane are you on? I'm coming. I was literally walking, maneuvering through cars, on the board like a hawker, looking for the Uber that has my laptop. So guys, we get my laptop, yes, and then we try editing. So I edit mine and make the changes and stuff, and then when we try to edit to open my other friends magazine projects, my Adobe InDesign format and their format were incompatible, so we couldn't open the files. So now we couldn't open the files, and this person who is supposed to be helping us print is nowhere to be seen, and everybody else who's there, you know, nobody even gives a shit about us and our projects and stuff. And then there was this lady who was very heavy with child, and I think it's just pregnancy hormones, because she was just being mean. We're sitting there and she's like, next week. And I was just like, it's now 4 p.m. We've been here since June 12, and this girl wants to tell us to come back again next week, and they've not even helped us. So I literally took my friends to some other place, and we were able to print, to cut the long story short. But now we were leaving town like at around 8 or 9. So yeah, but we were still able to print. Okay, so yeah, we were able to print my magazine. My magazine is called Serve. I'm gonna insert some photos here and there for you guys to see it. Let me tell you, even but the day I finished that magazine, I was just like, I was feeling so emotional, because have you worked on something for so long and then it finally comes to life and you're just like, give me a tissue. And let me tell you, the funny thing is, the day we were submitting that magazine, let me tell you, there's some people who are bomb risk takers. I know in life you're told take risks, but the others, it's on another level. How are you going to print a magazine that day? Like, you know, if you're going to print it that morning of that, because I was supposed to submit it at like 1:20 p.m. So how are you going to go to town at 1:20 to print it? You might get lost. I don't know, your file, you know, those are the days that your project just starts cheesing. The files are not opening, what is not working. People are mad risk takers. So yeah, this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys were able to now, you know, get to know. And then something else I wanted to really pass across is, it's very healthy to take breaks, by the way, because I came to realize, even when I was off, because when I was off, I was getting people texting me, asking me, hi, is everything okay? Yeah, there was some mental breakdowns here and there, but you know, despite it all, it was for the best, and I'm really happy that I took that break, because once I took that break I feel more creative. Like, it was reaching a point where even as I was filming and editing and posting all these things, I was getting bored. Like, I needed to come back with more new stuff. So yeah, thank you so much. We're almost hitting 500, and I know our family is gonna grow even past this. And sorry, I lost one of my earrings, but yeah. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for always showing me so much love and support. The past 2 looks that I've done, by the way, have gotten so much love. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to tap the notification bell below to get a notification every time I upload. I promise you, so many good things are coming your way. However, all unasked for useless bagalistic comments shall be deleted, and the users quickly and forcibly blocked. Period. Until next time, guys. Bye.